All right, hey, what's up, guys? Bars Unlimited here. Bryson, Jake, coming back at you with another reaction video. Today we're gonna do a Marlon Craft video, freestyle, 5 Fingers of Death on Sway. If you guys don't know about Sway, he is an OG in the game. I believe he used to rap, but now he owns a radio show called, Sway in the Morning. And he's constantly all the time bringing up and coming rappers to rap on his station and giving them a platform for people to find out about him and stuff like that. Shade 45, I believe, is actually owned by Eminem, and like Machine Gun Kelly in the diss track that he was talking about, how he was talking about Eminem wouldn't let him come on Shade 45 and stuff. That's because Eminem owns Shade 45 and stuff. So anyways, this Marlon Craft, he is a up and coming rapper. He actually used to film basically in his room with a New York Knicks banner. He's grown and grown, and he's from the Bronx, I believe, New York somewhere, and he's a really cool rapper, and he's got a lot to say. And so yeah.
All right, so yeah, I've never heard of Marlon Craft before. I've seen a couple Sway in the Morning talks and casts and stuff, so I'm definitely excited to see this. Never seen this guy before. Just first impression, I know they say you can't judge a book by its cover, but he looks like he probably works at a Best Buy or something. But I'm sure he could probably roast me into the ground with some bars. So
yeah, man, don't let his persona fool you, because he's a spitter. He's real good, and we're going to be breaking down as much as we can. I know a few things that he says, and I get a few things, but I know we're going to miss stuff, guys. That's what it is. Like we talked about in another video, we're going to do the best we can, but there's some things that we're just going to miss. Some bars are going to go over our head. We're going to have a few peanut moments. Meow. And that's just going to be reality, guys, So we're going to do the best we can to do this video justice. But without further ado, this is Marlon Craft, 5 Fingers of Death. And before you start it, in case you guys don't know, 5 Fingers of Death, basically what that is it's 5 different beats. So they change to 5 different beats during the course of the freestyle. And he keeps going.
Oh, if I would have known that going into it, I would have been a little more excited in that intro, because I didn't know that that's what that was.
Yeah, that's like, what 5 Fingers is. And he supposedly didn't know that it was going to be a 5 Fingers of Death. So not only are you seeing his rapping ability, but then you see how he has to change his cadence to match the beat in the background, which is another level of skill to me. So,
all right.
Let's
Without
get
further
into
ado,
it.
I'm in for a real treat, because you've seen this
Yes,
before, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
This is one of my
I can't wait
favorites.
to see it. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
We gonna let that first beat drop. Marlon Craft, Sway the Morning, Shade 45, DB.
Oh. I know you know this first beat too.
Turn that up.
Oh, okay. Look.
Is this the beat from 8 Mile?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody from the 313.
Put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know it.
Look. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Homie, you can save your pound like a British investor. Cool table ass rappers, I ain't come here to network student in this game. But since the man won mixtapes, knew I become a professor. Long as the lungs in my chest work, I do this to breathe, so don't ever ask me how come. Shit, their vision was clouded, they used to doubt, son. They only care about income, I'm worried about the outcome. My flow would make J Electronica drop the album. Shit. While y'all bicker about energy, I'm trying to figure out how to get this truth to the people and not end up like a Kennedy or end up like Lennon shit. And he was trying to let it be. That shit fuck with me mentally.
I get it.
Okay,
yeah.
So first of all, we both recognize the beat right away. I'm not exactly sure what the actual name of the beat is, unfortunately, or what song it is like in real life. But I do know 8 Mile. Yeah, everybody from the 313, you already know that. So let's just talk about some of the stuff that he said. First of all, off top, homie, you can save the pound like a British investor. In UK and Britain,
they use pounds is the way of currency.
The currency over there. Cool table ass rappers. I ain't come here to network, like, the network, the connect,
yeah,
stuff like that. But you know, and then And One mixtapes, student of this game. But since them And One mixtapes knew I'd become a professor long as the lungs in my chest work. Professor, and I learned this from another source. Professor is a rapper that is in the And One mixtapes. So, you know, but it's the whole schooling scheme and stuff that vision was clouded. They used to doubt sun, like the sun, but they sun as in the Brooklyn term, like they used to doubt me. They cared about the income. I'm worried about the outcome. That's just a dope way of saying that. Yeah. Then he says, my flow will make Jay Electronica drop the album. Jay Electronica is a dude that's really respected in hip hop, but he hasn't dropped an album in like 10 years. And like, they're always like, yeah, there might be a new Jay Electronica album coming out. No, there's never been. Like, he just recently, I think, actually did try to finally drop it. But he's like regarded as one of the best MCs in the game. And people are always like, when's that album? Yeah. And he just never dropped it. And he's like, my flow will make Jay Electronica drop the album.
I like that cool line where he said, I'm trying to figure out how to get this truth to the people and not end up like a Kennedy or end up on like Lennon shit, which the Kennedy, John Lennon, they both got shot.
And he was trying to let it be. Let it be, let it be. You know the song? Let it be, let it be.
I think
I'm sure you probably heard it. But anyways, that's a song. So again, that's just slick the way that he said that. Like, he was trying to let it be. And again, get the truth to the people and not end up like the Kennedys. Because most of the Kennedys have been shot, killed, as well as John Lennon.
Yeah.
So, just off top, wow. Crazy. Good stuff.
Yeah, definitely spitting some facts that I didn't even know. So. Yeah. Keep going with what he's got to say.
Yeah.
But it's over, yo. I made the decision of what I say and I've written can spark a change for a different part of the phase of the script that they all pay us to live and made us unstable and sick and made us pay for prescriptions. Addicted to our gadgets.
He just like, he completely just wrapped my brain up with that. What? I forget. The fridge, yeah. We'll be right back. I have to move this mini fridge inside so it doesn't die.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's okay, we can make it.
Yeah, no, it's all good. No, it's all good. All good, dude. It's unscripted, right? So anyway, what were you gonna say? Just the way that he said, but it's over, yo. I've made the decision of what I say and I've written can spark a change for a different part of the phase of the script that they all pay us to live in and made us unstable and sick and then made us pay for prescription. Holy crap!
Like, it's not even what he was saying. It was just the way it was like tangling up in my brain. I was
like, yeah. At that point, you're just like, damn, I need a shot.
Like well, I don't know what he's saying, but amen to that.
Dude, seriously, his flow right there was crazy. Oh man, I dig that part. And what he did say was actually like, wow, you know, well written, but the way that it just like every couple words, kind of like the Eminem thing, like every couple words just, you know, fitting it in there and just a slick way of enunciating some words and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Woo! That was hot. That was hot right there.
Right. Living made us unstable and sick and it made us pay for prescriptions. Addicted to our gadgets, whole world become an arcade. Corporation played us, convinced us it was our game. Act like they gon' put follow accounts on all of our graves. Just fuck the world and wipe away your sins on your off day. let us all pray. Honestly, I'd rather not. I don't know how to save the world, but I had some thoughts. But I ain't come to preach. Rappers be too numb to speak. Taste the mic, but they'll never reach. Word to King James. Wish we could see our reflections in all our big chains. Whole life with myself, just now getting to know me. Real G's don't always look the part. Word to the word baloney. Y'all don't parlay with the phony, so don't you? Yo, what up, bro me? Shit.
Whoa! Okay, first of all, let's go back up here. He said, addicted to our gadgets, whole world become an arcade. Corporations played us, convinced us it was our game. So in essence, like what he's saying there is like, you know, you got all these, oh, the new iPhone, and oh, the new computer this, and the new Samsung that, and the new this, and that, and the other thing. And he's basically saying the government and these corporations are making you think like, oh yeah, this is great. Like you should want this and stuff, but really you're playing into them controlling you more.
Yeah.
Because you're buying more stuff that they can keep an eye on. So that was just a slick way of saying that. Like, wow, that's really good. And then, you know, his flow through that is really good. Taste the mic, but they'll never reach. Word to King James. I like that. You know, King James, LeBron. He's awesome. Real G's don't always look the part. Word to the word baloney.
Yeah.
Dude.
when I real G's don't, I was like, because when I first ever, I know what baloney was, but when I first seen it, the spelling when I was really young, I was like, that don't look right.
Bologna.
I was like, where's the E or the Y or the loney part? Like,
dude,
what's
word
Logna?
word to the word baloney. So in essence, what he's saying is real G's don't always look the part, because if you look at the word baloney, you wouldn't think there's a G in there.
Yeah, no.
But G's, as in gangsters, like they don't have to be the stereotypical chain wearing this, that, and the other thing to make a difference.
Oh, yeah.
Or be somebody you should look up to is basically what he's saying. But the way that he put that is just like, woo,
wow.
Man, that was sick. I love that. All right, let's continue.
Cause there's a lot that got be spoken. And cause I look like me, the white kids copy quoted. So I feed them raw bars, but I Ta-Nehisi coded in some shit that ought be spoken. Truth glazed, if you will. Like why we loving the culture, but not the bodies though. We co-signed the oppression, purchased the trauma, yo. Same country yelling, raise the roof, raise Dylan Roof. Shit, we murdered King and gave that kid Burger King. So I ain't come here to blow up quick. A couple homies that I grown up with. Any spur of the moment, them boys will pop like they was coaching Kawhi. And you can see it in their eyes, I ain't changing their minds. Like who am I to? I'm just crafty, know what I mean? I used to have basketball dreams, now I flip these bars like I got some money for my basketball team. Would you buy some candy before the train stops and I gotta go?
I really noticed that beat switch, and you could see it in his eyes that he recognized it, and then he kept going with it. Like he was like you could see the realization of, oh, the beat has changed, but I'm gonna keep going with it. Like,
yeah, and man, one of the things that he said that I really liked is he said, because there's a lot that gotta be spoken, and because I look like me, the white kids copy quote it, so I feed them raw bars, but I try to oxycode it in some shit that ought to be spoken, truth glaze, if you will. Like, basically what he's saying there is, because of the way he looks, he's going to appeal to a certain subset of people. Yeah, and when he's talking about some of these issues, it's not so crazy that me and you couldn't understand it. But so what he's saying is he understands that he's going to appeal to people that maybe other artists wouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, you know, I know that in itself is a little bit racist, but that is reality. Yeah. You know, certain people are going to appeal to that because they can understand him and the way that he rhymes and stuff. So he's trying to give him the truth of what these other people are saying, but he's trying to glaze it in a way that we could get it.
That we can understand
that me and you or people like us who aren't super into hip hop could be like, oh, okay. That's super, super slick, the way that he said that. You know what I mean? And I used to have basketball dreams, but now I flip these bars like I got some money for my basketball team. Would you buy some candy before the train stops and I gotta go? That's super, super dope stuff. And also, any spur of the moment, them boys will pop like they was coaching Kawhi. So, Popovich is the coach of the San Antonio Spurs. Kawhi Leonard was on the San Antonio Spurs at the time.
See, it blows my mind because not understanding what that, because I'm not knowing much about basketball, but you do that. That gives me such a different insight of what he's saying and the geniusness of it.
And again, you know, what he's really saying is at any time he can call his crew or whatever and they'll pop up, they'll take care of business for him. But using the basketball scheme, that's just super dope the way that he did that. And again, you know, if you don't know basketball, you're just like, okay, who's Kawhi? You know, what is spur of the moment? Okay, whatever. But like you think of it that way and you're like, wow, okay,
damn,
that's
this guy's thinking.
Pretty damn dope right there. So anyways, all right, let's get back to it.
I mean, I used to have basketball dreams. Now I flip these bars like I got some money for my basketball team. Would you buy some candy before the train stops and I gotta go? I'm super official and everyone's about to know. A super official too, only without the O. With the word I excel, my points are powerful. Airship, Microsoft, homie, they follow.
The whole Microsoft Office. Oh wow, I caught that. I was like, oh man, like
Microsoft.
Wow, that's freaking insane. Coming from a guy who likes computer stuff, I was like, I caught that so quick.
With the word I excel, Microsoft Excel, my PowerPoints, powerful, PowerPoint again, Airship, Microsoft, homie, they fallible. But another part that he set up here, I'm super official. And everyone's about to know, like, I'm not a joke in this rap stuff. Like, I'm here for the culture. They super official too, only without the O. So they superficial.
Superficial.
But I'm super official. They're super official too, only without the O. That's just a slick way of saying that, man.
And this guy's like, is this coming off the dome or?
No, this is probably a written freestyle.
That's still nice though.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of like written freestyles a little bit better because sometimes when it's off the top, don't get me wrong, there's a ton of skill involved in off the top because I can't do it. I've tried and it's like, oh my God. But with that being said, when they have time to write stuff down, I feel like you get the best out of the artist and the best representation of who they are, as opposed to, oh, there's a poster. You know, it's like I'm doing a horrible impression, but you know what I'm saying. That's why they do it, not me.
Yeah,
so
same here.
All right,
let's keep it going.
Yeah, let's do this.
A super official too, only without the O. With the word I excel, my points are powerful. Airship, Microsoft, homie, they fallible. Absolute value of my verses iconic. Dudes get cast off. You might have bars, but it's last call. I'm pointing out all you bitches, the final cat call. Quick to take a swing, but what would you go to bat for? Look, the passion's back in the room. It's all love until there's racket and the master resumes. You couldn't bring down my shine if it was after the noon. I don't have to consume all your fucking captions and zooms. I'm from New York. We don't know you, we don't ask or assume. A wrong look will leave you battered and bruised. Where if you pass, if you lose. So come at me as a disastrous move. I'm on a nationwide tour off of raps in my room, motherfucker.
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, the dude is known, where he got popular was off of doing raps in his room, and he'd record freestyles over more recent beats. Mm-hmm. So when he says, I'm making money or whatever off of raps in my room, that's what he's referring to. He got his start as a YouTube rapper recording
his own
raps and freestyles in his bedroom. Exactly. Now, again, if you didn't know that, you'd probably be like, what? Okay, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but, you know, just a little background on him. So, all right, cool.
I look around like, where's the empathy? All I hear is cockiness, and all I smell is jealousy. Need a grain of salt for every single thing they telling me, so I ain't never salty, but I gotta keep it ready, see. And I don't know if I even believe it meant to be. Too many people suffer from the hands of white supremacy. Too much discrepancy. Too many people die for greed of evil men for me to think that this the plan and I should let it be. Man, these dudes can't afford their lines. Everyone say they married the game, but divorce rates high. Look, it's young sweaty palms, couldn't nothing get me calm. Now I'm flexing, tell flex to get me bombs, I'm nuclear. And I always stayed away from where the goofies were. These guys are straight Disney, straight iffy. And now I get a lot of love, but I brought the hate with me. I give it to my foes, cause none of them ate with me. This motherfucking grilled chicken cost me $8.50. I ain't in the mood, lil yuppie, don't you play with me. I grew up in the New York where we don't play that. These motherfuckers can't name for Shake Shack. Fuck out of here. Man, I'm like J.R. Writer meets Mighty Most. Or if 05 Cassidy was woke, I'm the Hell's Kitchen Nazir Jones with some of Quali's pros that's widely spoke of and held in regard by most of whom I would care about their opinion. You verified on Insta, I'm verified in glaring eyes that stares. I repent for whatever wrong that I've done with every song I sung. I meant to reach the souls of the people I was sent from. And y'all talk a lot of paper, but could never be done to Mifflin. You don't got the strength to be a working man. I take a janitor with a pension over you and all your worthless bands. Jewelry don't mean shit if your ideas ain't worth a damn. Fam.
Do you know what Dunder Mifflin is?
No.
Dunder Mifflin is a paper manufacturing company.
Uh-huh.
So when he said he goes, all y'all talk a lot of paper, but you couldn't never be Dunder Mifflin. I was like, could never be the paper company corporation. Damn.
Yeah, that's
like,
dope.
oh.
Yeah, I had no idea. See, that bar would have gone right the hell over my head. I had no idea on that one, but that's really dope. Like, okay, another thing that he set up here too is I really like this. He said, I ain't never salty, but I gotta keep it ready, see, and I don't know if I even believe in meant to be. Too many people suffer from the hands of white supremacy, too much discrepancy, too many people die from greed of evil men for me to think that this is the plan and I should let it be. In other words, what he's saying there is like, man, it's hard for me to believe that God is in this and that, you know, he has a plan for all this when I look around and I see people suffering at the hands of white supremacy and different things like that. Like it's really a good thing and powerful thing to see somebody like him using his platform or whatever to mention that. Because, you know, oftentimes, you know, you might look at it in a different way, I guess, coming from him, you know, because there's definitely a lot of, you know, African Americans and stuff that talk about that, but there's really not that many white artists out there.
Yeah,
that's just reality, you know what I mean? So
I could probably name, like, I probably couldn't even name them on, like, more than.
And the ones that are, you don't really hear them talking about some of this stuff. Yeah. So to hear him say that, you know, he's trying to show you that, you know, hey, I'm with you guys and I understand what you're talking about. He says here, everyone say they married the game, but divorce rates high. That's another way of basically saying like, hey, yeah, everybody's in it for the culture, but all they really care about is getting their money and getting out.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're not putting a lot of effort into their rap. They get this hot beat that, oh man, this is going to bang in the club. They make their money off of it. They don't talk anything. They just mumble about, you know, drugs, Percocets and leans and stuff like that. And then they're out. They don't care about preserving the culture. They don't care about the legends before them,
or even like real like lyricism that
exactly. They just want to make their money and make something that's banging, whatever, and, you know, call it good right then and there. That's all that they really care about. And just the way that he said that, again, you know, to say like married to the game but divorce rates high, that's like, wow.
And I like how what he said about like this line here kind of makes me think about a lot of modern rappers, where he says, jewelry don't mean shit if your ideas ain't worth a damn, fam. And I was like, yeah, like, definitely.
I take a janitor with a pension over you and all your worthless bands.
Exactly.
Iced up, you know, like basically saying like, hey, you know, you guys might be making paper and you might be, you know, getting all these hot women in your things and, you know, you're driving the slickest cars and stuff like that, but what is that going to mean in 10 years?
Exactly.
Who's going to care? Really? Nobody. And I mean, that kind of music, listen, I listen to it a lot, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I enjoy it. I love listening to stuff with a sick beat. But honestly, I find myself after a couple of years not going back to it.
Yeah. Because
it's like, well, once it's kind of ran its course, it's not something that's like 15 years from now, you're going to be like, oh man, I remember when this came out.
Like Juju on that beat.
Yeah, exactly. Who's going to care about that in 10 years? Meanwhile, you got other artists, like, honestly, that song that we just did from Big Crit, Price of Fame, I could go back to that in a handful of years because that's meaningful music.
Yeah.
That actually has a message. You can tell that they're trying to convey something. And that's actually like important to the culture. not this, oh well, you know, there's a hot beat, so I'm just gonna spit whatever over it, like Migos,
Yeah.
and, you know, and some of these other guys. Again, I'm a fan of these people, I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, their music has a shelf life. Once they, you
Yeah.
know, it's gonna be popping when it comes out. They're gonna get their bands, they're gonna get rich, and shout out to them for doing it. No hate, you know, I don't hate them for doing it. Good for you. But at the end of the day, if your ideas ain't worth a damn, then, you know, people aren't gonna respect that.
And
They're
they're
just
not
gonna
gonna want
be
to like listen to it all the time after it runs its course. And
exactly.
whatnot.
Whereas some of these other classics, what I would consider to be a classic, you're not thinking of these people,
Yeah.
those
No.
people. You're thinking about people like Jay-Z. You're thinking, you know, Tupac, Biggie, Eminem to an extent with some of his songs.
Just like
People like OGs in the game. When you think of their stuff, it was never them talking about just dumb stuff where there was really no writing and it's more about the beat. They
Yeah.
were writing, they were rapping, and
like you mentioned, where you think about things that you'd go back in 10 years and look at, like this year 2020, I think it was last month, marks 10 years of Eminem's album Recovery, and I still go back and listen to songs from that album pretty frequently, like songs like Not Afraid and stuff like that, and No Love are just and just memorable songs that really get you through things because they have meaning to them.
Mhm.
Like and 10 years down the road, it doesn't even feel that long. Recovery, like that's still one of his greatest albums he's ever put out.
Yep.
And it wasn't just because of one song. There was multiple songs in that album that all had meaning to them. Like there's so many songs I still listen to from that album. So I definitely
Yeah,
like,
that one that he did with Rihanna, I still listen to that all the time too. Fortunately, I can't think of the name of
was
it.
it Love the Way You Lie? Or?
Yeah, I love the way
Yeah.
you lie. I mean, I still listen to that. I mean, and it's like, well, it was hot back then, but still now we go back to it.
Yeah.
Are we in 5 years? Are we gonna go back and listen to Gucci Mane's album? Probably
I
not.
probably won't even remember Gucci Mane.
Yeah, exactly. So, and again, this is what he's saying. You know, we're just explaining what he's saying, that, you know, again, you can talk about, you can get your money, you can do all this stuff, but at the end of the day, what is going to stand the test of time? And it's not talking about Percocet and Lean, you know, Mask Off. That song by Future, that's hot. I love that song. But in 10 years from now, am I going to revisit it? Probably not.
Yeah.
Am I going to probably still revisit some of the songs that Jake was talking about from Recovery? Probably. And that'll be 20 years. And I'll probably still visit that before I would go and listen to Mask Off.
Yeah.
And I love Mask Off. Like I said, I love that song. But what's he really, you know, what is that song really about? Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing. It means nothing. Yeah, but, you know, so. Anyway, so, yeah, man, there's a couple things I loved about this video. First of all, the beats that he used were really, really good. He had some dope, you know, selection of beats in there. On top of that, I just loved what he was talking about and stuff like that. And yeah, it was just really good.
Overall, I believe that this freestyle, like this guy, you know, when I first looked at him, I was like, all right, here's a guy from the Bronx, white dude. I was like, let's see what he got. And then he came spitting through straight at the beginning. I was like, oh, okay, and using wordplay like the basketball and, you know, and just stuff that I didn't understand. And then you were helping me get it, and I was like, this.
Seriously, man, like there's just like so many slick things in there, just different ways of saying things. I mean, another one that we didn't even touch on, he said, I'm the Hell's Kitchen, Nasir Jones, with some of Qualib's prose that's widely spoken of and held in high regard by most of whom I could care about their opinions. Nasir Jones, that's Nas, and I believe he has an album called Hell's Kitchen. I'm not sure about the Qualib part. Or anything else, but I mean, even that, he's 05 Cassidy. You know, Cassidy was a rapper back in the day. I believe Eminem had some beef with him, or was it? Oh no, I'm thinking of Cannabis. Yeah. But anyways, Cassidy is a pretty well-known, high-esteemed rapper back in the day. But yeah, overall, just really good stuff, and like he said, really a great way for him to get his message across, and tell people that otherwise might not listen, like how he feels about certain things. Yeah, great stuff, great beat selection, and I feel like he had great composure up there. You know, like they changed the beat, he didn't falter at all,
Yeah,
right?
he didn't freak out and be like, "Oh wait, stop!" Like,
Yeah, no, it wasn't like, you know, okay, let's take a break and then catch the flow again. It was just like,
and he kept it rolling through
just
the whole
kept
thing
rolling.
too.
Exactly. So, yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
This one's definitely thumbs up for me. This one was pretty incredible. You know, like I know when Sway brings a lot of these guys on here, I never really take the time to watch it, but this one definitely was worth it. Like this guy right here, like even his expression looking at me, he's like, "Yeah, you heard of me now, haven't you, man?" Word to the word, baloney.
Hey, yeah. Marlon Craft MC. That's his initials. You already know. He's coming with some bars, and he's come here with a purpose. You know what I mean? And when you're on that platform, you know, you gotta put your best foot forward, because you only get one shot to make a first impression. You know, that's something that I always tell people. You only have one shot to make a first impression, and if that first impression is, "Oh, he's all right," they're probably not checking out your stuff.
Yeah. No.
If your first impression is like, "Man, that dude's got some lines, he's got composure and stuff like that," then hey, you know, that he might be on your playlist all of a sudden. Like, oh, this guy got a new album out. Oh, I'm gonna check that out. You know what I mean? So first impressions are everything, and watching this is a great first look for a lot of people that probably hadn't even heard of him. I mean, like I said, he started on YouTube, and a lot of people, you know, don't just type up YouTube rappers. Let's see what we could find. So
yeah. But
good stuff.
Definitely thumbs up for me on this one, guys. This has been Marlon Craft's freestyle with the 5 Fingers of Death on Sway the Morning, Sway's Universe. Hope you guys honestly enjoyed. I definitely enjoyed. This is something new to me. So definitely, as always, guys, as far as Unlimited, Jake, Bryson, we'll see you guys in the next reaction/review. But until then, guys, be safe, your friends, your family, and everything else. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
See you guys. Take care.